Seventh grade, welcome to e-learning for today. The assignment I have is not super difficult, but if you complete this and bring it to school, you will be ahead of the next project. It's just going to be a small drawing. All right? So here's what we need. We need a paper. It can be computer paper. It can be line paper, notebook paper, but it should probably be white paper, okay? I guess it doesn't have to be white, but it will definitely be a lot easier if it is. And then we need it to be 6 inches, so there's my 6 inches by 6 inches. So a 6 inch by 6 inch square, all right? And once we've got that square, we're actually gonna do a drawing of a snowflake, but this is going to be our template for the snowflake, all right? So with our 6 by 6 inch, what we're gonna do is very carefully, we want to fold it in half. So going from corner to corner, taking my fingers to work right now. So corner to corner, all right? Take some time. I like to crease it in the middle. Make sure I go out from the edges, all right? So now I've got my nice little triangle, folded corner to corner, okay? And then we do not want to crease this next part, but we want to find the center of our fold line. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to match up my corners over here, and I'm going to get them all matched up. And then I don't want to crease this whole thing, I just want to crease the bottom here, all right? It's going to give me a little bit of a fold, and yeah, there we go. You can see that little dent in there, all right, where I've got it folded, but I didn't want that line going through there, and I'm actually going to mark it with a pencil so I can see what's going on. We're going to use this for our template. So here comes the tricky part. All snowflakes are 6-sided, or they got 6 points to them, okay? And or I guess that'd be 6-sided. And so we want to try to make a realistic snowflake here with our paper template. So I'm going to hold this middle part down. Again, I'm not going to do a whole lot of folding just yet, but I am going to bend this so that this little ear kind of comes out this way. And the goal is to get these two, and I haven't done any folding yet, so I'm going to try to get these two little spots here to look the same. Sometimes you can flip it over, and when you see these little ears popping out, if they look like they're going to be the same size, that usually helps, but you definitely don't want it lopsided. So I'm going to hold this center piece here, and I'm going to bring this one over, and I'm trying to line it up with this edge. And when I'm lining it up with this edge, I'm looking to see let's see if I can do one that's not right. If this isn't lined up, this line here isn't lined up with this edge, then I got to manipulate it to try to get them all the same size. It's a little tricky, all right? And I'm not going to lie, it might take you a couple pieces to try to do it. You want to get them fairly close. So I think I have it pretty good. And now I'm going to fold. And it looks like when I'm folding here, I'm maneuvering it. So I want to make sure those lines stay lined up. When I go to fold them, all right, I'm going to crease on those pieces. It looks like my paper shifted over. So I can tell right now that my fold here and where my line is at are not necessarily 100%. So there's my crease. Oh, it looks like it gets in there pretty good. All right. So we're going to go from there. And so once I have those folded, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut across here this piece so that they're all nice and even. And I think I'm going to just make a nice little round mark here. So I'm going from this corner to this corner, but basically I'm cutting off this edge here, and I'm cutting off that edge over there. And let's see if I've got it. All right. Now, from here, we want to keep this folded. This is going to be, we've got our point going down. This is going to be the start. So our first decision is going to be in this area here and making a cut. And I'm going to turn this way so that I can see this rounded area. And what I want to do is I think I'm just going to make a nice little triangle cut for right now. We're only gonna make a few cuts on this. So let me show you what I mean, that it's gonna have 6 sides. So when I'm opening this up, let's hope this is all worked out. There we go. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, all right? And they are pretty balanced. My 3 sides here have got a different size, and then these 3 here are balanced out from there. So that's pretty good. I'm gonna fold this back together, all right? I think I'm gonna manipulate this a little bit more for my top piece there, all right? So I've got that, and then I'm going to add a couple more cuts, and I can cut on either side. And I don't want to be too terribly difficult, so this one's going to be kind of a narrow one. I don't want to go all the way through. I want to keep my corner pieces so that that holds on to stuff. And I think in this one, I'm just going to go with a couple little marks. This is just going to set the tone for our drawing that we're going to do. And we're going to use this as a template. But if you are some of the people that get this done, all right, then you will be able to go right to the final. And for those of you, so this is pretty simple, all right? I'm going to keep it like that, and I'm going to use this as my stencil for my project, okay? So I would definitely keep that in a folder, and that way you're ready to go for when we're together again, which will be next week, I hope. And then again, just try to make sure that if you do get it done, you get a bonus for going right to the final. And those of you that don't, then you will be able to, you'll have to do the stencil first, and then you will have to go to the final from there, okay? Again, it doesn't have to be too terribly difficult in here, guys. I just kept with some basic shapes. I could have been maybe a little bit more creative with some of these, but we don't need to cut all over. We're gonna manipulate it more in our drawing. This is just to give us a template so that we have some even sides, okay? Guys, stay warm. It's supposed to be super cold today, and hopefully a bunch of you do this, get it done, bring it to school, you'll be ahead of the game. All right, take care. We will see you guys next week.